Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We are looking at D'Lo Brown, the Nation of Domination at 6-star bronze. So we are going to run him for the first move set like this. We're going to put on some Fury 2s. I'm just going to leave the blue move damage metal on there. That's what we're going to use this time around. We're going to use an all hearts because we're going to use the sub the first time around too. Anytime we generate 3 or more submission, our green gem damage is going to go up. That's what we need to go up. So that's what we are going to use for him for this move set with our Fury 2s. For his poster, he is a chaotic acrobat with an interesting training ability. Purple gems do 50% more damage and multiply strength increases +1. So that's going to come in handy, I'm sure, sometime later this month. But that's what he's looking at. Nation of Domination, tag, link for 50% more gem damage, Attitude Era, single gear. So move-wise, for the first move set that we're going to look at, we are going to hit the sit-down powerbomb, 100k damage, 30 random gems into color turn gems, 30 times. And then we're going to make 35 of them into green gems. And then we'll start with this right here, this sleeper hold. We're going to choose 8 to make into purple, so that's going to load these 2 moves up. And then last but not least, for 4 turns, and the rest are going to turn into color turn gems themselves. In terms of whom you should use as your trainers and coaches, well, the free poster this month, Kama Mustafa, does 40% green gem damage and 12k damage for your color turn gems. So he is perfectly suited and 100% made for this moveset. Green moves start with more, and then it's up to you how you want to play the rest of this. So you can go color turn damage flat. You can use it as a percentage. Green gem damage for sure, Santa Hogan, however you want to load up the back end. If you want to load the sub up more, but I would suggest going gem damage. All right, let's go on the road and see what we think against Walter at another 6-star bronze. Let's bro. So with perks, we would be charged up turn 1. We don't have any, so we are not going to be charged up turn 1. So we'll just pretend next turn like we are. We'll have him hit one of his moves. Well, of course. Like, why wouldn't he get a 5 match? All right, so if in a feud you're charged up turn 1, then what you would need is 2 purple matches. This submission makes purples, so that's 1 purple match. There's another purple match. And then you can just put purple gems on the board. So for 4 turns, we're going to get rid of the sub damage. And then we have the all hearts plate on there. So the all hearts plate's going to go off. Our purple gem is going to do some more damage. We're going to make 30 random into color turns. And then we're going to turn those color turns into green gems. Oh, sorry, it was our green gem damage that goes up. So that does about 2.5 million. So you can see that this is very much keep your opponent from actually doing anything moveset, but you're going to have to do 10 minutes of gameplay moveset. We'll take a 5er right there. So at least being a 4 turn sub, it's going to give you a chance to at least get rid of their moves for the most part. And now we do this again. Make 30 into color turns. And it's green gem damage that we want. So we're doing 80k per green gem, give or take. And then we're dependent on cascades, another 2.5 million. He's going to kick out. He's going to do some moves. But then so you can see how it could be not the greatest moveset for this. It's going to take you 3 cycles probably, if not more, to get through all of this. So never the best solution. Put them right there. Take some of that extra damage we can. This one should keep him down, if we're lucky. Nope, yes. And so once it goes off 2 times, you can see that hit for 3.5 million, and it would do that pretty much every turn afterwards. All right, let's go check out another moveset. So we're only going to show one other moveset for you here, and never mind the construction going on downstairs in my house. I'm doing my best to ignore it myself. So we're going to do... Let's close that door. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better for you. No editing. Editing is for chumps? Maybe. So we're going to do the finisher. We're going to do 160k damage, make 25 multiplies into blue gems. We're going to do the flying forearm smash, 100k damage, 11 random gems into 1 turn countdown gems that are going to turn 2 randoms into multiplies of 6 when they go off. And lastly, the sky high, which is going to decrease those countdown timers by 1. So basically, you hit this, and then you hit this, and all of this goes off. And then you use the finisher to end it all. So that's our goal with it. When it comes to whom you're going to play, you're going to need double blue MP trainers and Santa Hogan, and it being the first feud where your opponent does not have max defensive perks, and you should be able to get all 3 off on turn 1. In a feud where your opponent has has max defensive perks, you are not going to be able to use him turn 1. So blue moves start with more, and you can increase their strength. You can also, if you wanted to go another way, I believe it's JD Dom does 50% more blue gem damage. That's another way you can do it. You're going to need to have Santa Hogan on the back end with his +1. That's why you need him. And blue gem damage with King Sheamus. So let's go out on the road and show how this works. We'll go up against Walter. I did put a Z plate on him to help with a little bit more gem damage, because that's going to go off for 2 turns and 50% more damage for your gems. So if you are lucky, so in a feud this would go off, but let's say you are going up against someone with max defensive perks, you need to get lucky. You need a board that has a blue match, and as you can see, there is no blues anywhere to match. So we got unlucky with this. So I wouldn't put down any of these gems yet. Just try to take away things that he's going to use. We're going to get hit. We're going to have to wait our 2 turns in order to... Oh, we got a blue match. Huzzah. All right, we'll do this next turn. We were going to do it next turn anyways. And it is now next turn. Okay. So what you would do then if you actually had that blue match, we're going to make 11 randoms into 1 turn countdowns. We are then going to, as you can see, this Z plate procced off. We're then going to end the counter on there. So now we have all these ×7s. These are now doing 390 each, and we're going to turn 25 of these into blue gems with the big frog splash. And as long as we get a good cascade, so that did about 7 million. So that would be turn 1 in a feud, you would do about 7 million. I'm going to run this one more time, but you can get upwards of 10 million. I'll show you what I mean. Let's run this one more time. So hopefully we get a blue match on turn 1. We have a blue match. All right. So this is doable now. What you're going to do is put out your countdown gems. They go all over the board. We are going to set them off on turn 1. And then we are going to make a swipe for blue. All of them are ready to go again on turn 2. He's going to do his move. So as long as he doesn't cascade us, then we're okay. All right, so we are going to hit the ZZ plate again by setting these all down on the board. And now we have way more multiply gems to work with. And then you hit it, and now we should do close to 12 million. But you got to get a good board, and that's a really good cascade. And we did about 15 million down to 13. So that's the highest I've ever hit with that, trying this multiple times out. So if you got that lucky at 6 silver, you're doing close to 30 million. So again, not terrible, but that's the only moveset that I would probably use for D'Lo Brown is that triple blue right there. All right, that's going to be the end of this one. Thanks for coming to class. Let me know what you think. Give it the old like, share, and subscribe, and help out the bro. And I appreciate y'all for coming to class. Class is over, Brofessor out.